Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm busily working away. I'm filling in my spreadsheet for pickups this weekend. So I thought it was a brilliant opportunity to do a little bit of a haul video and show you what I got on Saturday and Sunday. Went to Rosehill and then up to the last boot fair at Hayes for the season. The Hayes boot fair is every couple of weeks and I think they normally do around about 10 boot fairs in total. Anyway, I'm going to get straight on with the haul. Here's what I got in those two boot fairs. Right, first off, I always love getting these, and there is a certain one. It's a Battle Cat He-Man. Hasn't got the saddle. There is a certain one I had years ago, which I sold for 70 quid, and it's all dependent on where it's made. This one is Taiwan. It's on the helmet. I can't remember whether that's the valuable one or where the other one's made. It may be Malaysia, but check it out and. Always worth always worth picking up. That was £3.50, so I think he wanted a fiver. I beat him down as I always do. A few pairs of Hotter. I do like Hotters if they're cheap enough. If you get them at the right price. Bit of mud on the bottom of one of those Hotters. And here we go, Peter Rabbit. Now, I kind of used to pick up these quite a bit, but I haven't picked up one for a while. But this was right kind of towards the end. I think I was going around for about a third time. £4 I think that cost. So I'm thinking it's about 20 quid, but it is heavy, so obviously got to take that into account. This was £1, and these will always kind of go at Christmas. It's the ideal present for a Tottenham fan that maybe you don't like. So there's that. Let me grab some more stuff and we'll carry on. Okay, a nice pair of muddy Cotswold Wellington boots. I've never had Cotswold before, so it'd be interesting to see how they go. It should clean up nice. They are in good condition. Size 6 as well. They're quite cheap actually, £3. So you can't complain about that. And something I don't normally go for is kids' clothes, kids' shoes. But these were DMs. That's what's caught my eye. They're a couple of quid, so it's really next to no money. They're in very good condition. And I'm sure someone will want a pair of sparkly DM boots for their toddler. I don't know the price, to be honest. I expect it to be lowish, maybe between 10 and 20. But it may surprise me because obviously DMs are not cheap. Couple of things that, it's weird. With that Peter Rabbit, I always used to buy a lot of those. And it's funny how you go through in and out of phases of buying stuff. So I used to pick these up quite a bit, probably on the back of watching Nick because he used to like these things and part them out. But I haven't picked up one for a while. But I saw this one; it was £4, so it was relatively cheap for what it is. Sorry, a fiver, so it was a fiver. And had a quick look in; it looked pretty clean. And again, Playmobil. I used to sort of like, make a beeline for Playmobil, probably on the back of watching Ben Fitzpatrick and his Playmobil. And I used to search for Playmobil Victorian sets and all that jazz. And so kind of, I started looking at other stuff. So it's amazing how, you think, I used to pick up that years ago. I never picked up one of those in a while. I didn't look inside. They were willing to show me, but I kind of trusted them. It was only £4, so I just thought, yeah, go for it. And obviously coming up to Christmas, that should go quite well. Okay, more pairs of shoes at the moment. So they were a fiver each, which is kind of not my limit for shoes trainers, unless it is something exceptional, and then I normally pay 30 quid and find out it's a fake. I pick up a lot of Hampers, the Fortnum & Mason ones, but this is apparently a Harrods hamper, a Regency Hampers it says on it. It doesn't say Harrods. Cotswold Luxury. Nice little hamper for maybe a crafter or something like that. It was £2.50. Also a bit easier to pack than the normal hampers I get. I mean, they're not difficult to pack, but you just need the size box to get. And Harry Potter hardbacks, not in the best condition, but I will always tend to pick up a hardback. It's also quietly discoloured, especially 50p each. So again, 50p each. Complete sets, hardback sets, and they've all got their dust covers as well, and not that faded, just a little bit tatty. So I don't know. It's like Harry Potter. Sometimes people say they're not worth it. Other times they come back in. They're small. They can stay on the shelf, and if I can put together a set and sell it for like 70, 150, 200, whatever the price is, you're going to get dependent on condition and what edition of the book you got. Well worth picking up for 50p. This is the last lot of stuff from Hayes, and then I will get on to the Rose Hill, which was the day before. This was the first thing I bought. It's a load of PS1 games. All of this lot cost a £5. Some of the boxes are a bit beat up, but the disc for that is in dusty but okay non-scratch condition. That is in good condition. Some of these boxes are cracked. I think what I'll do is I will just chuck the cracked bits out, and then if I'm left with a disc on its own, I'll put it in like a little plastic sleeve and maybe put the inlays with it, because there's just no point keeping all this cracked stuff. It's always a bit of a kind of, what do I do with it? So I don't think there's any brilliant games here. So look at that one. That lid's well cracked, so I'll just chuck that just to get rid of it. These last four, the discs are pretty scratched up. So again, I'll probably just be getting like the cases and stuff. I'm looking at all of this. No, unless I'm surprised, I don't think there's any value in the individual games. It'll either be sort of like to fill out consoles, or I'm using the boxes for other stuff. But for a £5, I couldn't really complain. This last one's a bit weird. The box is absolutely fine. So yeah, I've got a box for Bust a Move, but it's just full of DVDs. No, there's no games in here. You know, it's stacked with like Princess, DVDs and God knows what. What we got in here? Ice Princess, Tracy Beaker, Freaky Friday. So it's all aliens to me because it's obviously girl stuff. So I got all that for a £5, and then I was rummaging through like his other bits and bobs, and he had this Game Boy Advance nice case, and I'd already bought this, and I said, "Oh, would you add that in with the games?" And he said, "Yeah." So, which is very generous of him. He could have charged me an extra £1 or two, and I know some. I've experienced some people who will do that, but yeah, very kind of him to add those in. This little lot, so again, just really for filler. I think there's 12 games here. No, there's more than 12. It's 15. Mainly DS. There's 3DS at the end. The only one that really caught my eye, there's a Mario Golf World Tour in there. I don't know if that's worth any money. Dragons might be, might be a few quid. Angry Birds Star Wars on the 3DS. Agatha Christie ABC Murders. That sounds quite interesting. But the whole lot was 10 quid. They're all there, I think. I didn't check every single one, but yeah, that cart's in there. And of course, the thing with the DS is it's not like these things where the discs can be scratched up. That's pretty much going to work. So leave be used for filler, or if the individual games are worth over a £5, I might put them individually. So that was a tenner. Again, one of the first things I bought, 5 in the morning, completely pitch black, freezing cold. That's why we do it. Same lady had an Atari flashback. That was £6. So yeah, I think that'll go at Christmas. And she did say as well, I got her name because she said, I always say, "Do you have the actual DS?" "Oh, I left it at home. I didn't think it was the sort of thing that would sell." But she lives fairly local, so I'll give her a ring in a few days and say, have you got any other bits and bobs? The Mario Kart anti-gravity remote control, these are great little things. I had one the other day and I was testing it out. The one I had the other day, one of the screws in the battery compartment was rusty. Had a look, this one's exactly the same. I had to drill the other one out and take the battery compartment shut. I'll try and get that one out very carefully and see how we go. So I don't have to sell it as you have to take the battery compartment shut. That was a couple of quid. Maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15. I thought they'd go for more, but they don't go for that much actually. But great little thing. I was whizzing around the kitchen, having lots of fun with that. Right, on to Saturday's boot fair, and started very, very well. Always amazing how, if you get something, again, it was in the dark at about 6 o'clock. If you start off well, you're kind of set up in a good mood. If you see someone else get something, it generally pisses you off and you're in the doldrums for about, half an hour before you can get it out of your mind. That's just the way it is. So, a 3DS XL, lovely condition. I was fumbling around testing whether it would accept the cart, and I didn't think it. I was mucking about with it while I was at the boot fair, and I didn't think it was working. But I got it home, Gave it a little contact cleaner spray, get a little bit of a clean. Works absolutely fine, lovely condition. That Super Mario 3D Land I've been playing at, it's been fantastic. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which I haven't been playing, but I'm sure is excellent. Good games. I said to the guy, how much do you want for it? He said £50. I looked shocked and stunned and horrified, and I said, no, I can't do that. And he was like, how much are you going to give me? So he was like, okay, well, I don't think he knows the price. So I said, honestly, my top price would be 20 quid. And then he went 35, and I was like, no. And I was saying to him, look, he was having people swamp him. I said, I want to save you time. I would normally start at 5, 10, then go to 20. I'm giving you my max. 20 is my max. Look, I'm trying to save you the time here. Anyway, I bought it for 20. Absolute bargain. Got to be, 70, 80 plus, even more maybe 100 with the games. Might do the games separately. Well, happy with that. And it did put me in a good frame of mind. This one, not so brilliant. So this was £10, and it was one of those sellers at the boot fair who you don't normally want to buy off, and they're not going to reduce their price, and I normally avoid them. But I did think it's Super Mario Land 2, I think. Super Mario Land 2. And it was just because it was that. I know this is crap. I know I don't really need that, but it can go with a bundle. So I'll probably get my money back on that. So waste of bloody time, really. Nice pair of Adidas footy boots. They will go well for someone buying them for their kid. They cost a £5. Shoes tend to be a £5. I've got 2 boxes of these. Got no idea whether they sell well. They were only 50p for the 2 boxes. Just worth a chance. PS1 Slim controller. Always nice having the original controller. That was £1. Again, a bargain. And another 3DS, just the normal version this time. This is spares and repairs. I bought it off another reseller. I'm going to have to buy the part, which is the charging port. £7.50 for the part, I think. Then unsolder that, 6 solder points, solder on the new one, and hope I fixed it. The 3DS cost 15 quid. Let me grab some more bits. Okay, Wii Remote, got that. I think they wanted 2 quid, but I said, look, I'm going to chuck away the battery cover. You see, no battery corrosion and that, so I got that for £1. That's that other box. I've no idea what this is. I just found it in the car. Weird bit of plastic. 3 old 1940s OS maps, 50p each. Sonic and the Rings, just again it was £1. It was unscratched, good condition. The Coolpix 5200. Would never normally buy this little digital camera, but it was a Nikon. Maria was next to me buying another Nikon camera, and I kind of bought this because I thought, well, maybe this battery would fit her battery, but it doesn't. It was only 2 quid. I think they actually do sell for around about 10, 15. But yeah, I would never normally pick up an old digital cameras, old film cameras, compact cameras, SLRs if I can see them. But 2 quid. And this was 2 quid again. Not a usual sort of thing I absolutely head for. But the thing that interested me was it was back in the USSR, and just the look. 2 quid might surprise me. Had this a few times. This was bought off a seller I know. I probably paid too much, but I do have spares for it. But the orange car's wheels have come off. The front wheels have come off. But the box isn't great. But 2 quid, it'll probably go for between 10 and 15. Probably at Christmas. I prefer it to be in a little bit better condition, but it's not bad. Last couple of bits then, a couple of PS2 Slims. So this weird looking one, toilet seat, I'll call it, toilet seat PS Slim. And the thing is with it is, look at it, wipe the seat, put the lid down. I knew this has already been through a reseller and returned to the bloke who was selling it, and so it's taken as spares and repairs, really. I offered a £5 for it, which I thought was fair enough. PS2 Slim, no power supply, no AV lead. and assumed not working, or tested not working, and ended up paying a tenner because it's someone I kind of get bits off, and you kind of trying to keep them happy. But I thought it was a bit much charging a tenner for that, to be honest. Knowing that it's not working, look at it. It is what it is. I'm hoping I can change the lid, because the thing that might be preventing it from working is one of these. The plastic prong here snaps off. But too much money paid on that. And again, this one, obviously good that it's a pink one. Always more sought after than the black ones. But no power supply, no AV lead. Don't know if it's working. So my kind of brain is going, okay, well, that part's only on eBay is about a tenner. That might be a little bit more on eBay. Parts only, 15 on eBay, parts only. So the maximum I really want to be paying for that is a tenner. But the guy was selling it for 15 quid. And it's a guy, he's a nice guy, and I always chat to him, always say hello. He always calls me king of the boot fair. I don't know about that, more like the jester of the boot fair at the moment, or the jester of eBay. But I paid 15 quid for it on the chance that it works. We're always a fiver away. A lot of the stuff he sells is always like £5-10 away. If he says 25, I'm saying 20. If he says like 40, I might be saying 30. But that's just the way it is. I think that's sometimes it's like that. But I have tested it; it does work. So I won't be, going back to him with the warranty on the item. So at least it works, and I don't know how much they sell for, working. I'm going to have to put a power supply with it. That will cost. I'll have to dig one out, or see, if not, buying a power supply on eBay, it's going to be like 10-15 quid for that as well. So all these little extras you have to take into account. That's why it's always good. Like if you're buying stuff like this or Wii's or whatever, if you can get a bundle of stuff with it, like on its own, it's always hard because people have put the price up. Hope you enjoyed all that. I think I might put up this video today. So hello, I've got a visitor. Look. Neighbour's cat mooching around, not our cat. It just comes in here like she owns the bloody place. It's unbelievable. And so nosy as well. I've got new stock here. She'll be poking her nose into it saying, what's all this then? If you did like the video, do click the thumbs up. Do subscribe if you're not subbed. It's always great to have new subs coming in. Any questions on it, do stick them in the comments below. Hope you had some great pickups, and I will see you. Well, I'm doing List 5 live in half an hour, so you're probably going to have already watched that, and I might put this up this afternoon. So 2 videos in one day. Can you believe it? Anyway, take care, and I'll see you soon.